Good morning, everyone. I am bringing your inspirational vitamin to you guys today. And I wanted to spend some time talking about joy, specifically about how to experience true joy all the time, but especially just right now in this time of uncertainty. So I'll be reading out of John 15, and this is the pretty well-known passage all about like the vine and the branches and what it means to remain in Jesus. All of that is great, and you guys should definitely read that after this. But I wanted to focus on the passage that's right after that. So starting in verse 9, Jesus says, "As the Father has loved me, I have also loved you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you these things so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. And this is my command: love one another as I have loved you." And I just wanted to focus on this passage because I had three specific things I wanted to talk about. And the first one is Jesus says right off the bat, remain in my love. And right before this passage, he goes and explains a lot about what that means. But he says, remain in my love. And what's really cool is what he says right after that. He says, if you keep my commands, you remain in my love. And I love that. That's the first thing I wanted to point out is what Jesus says. That how we remain in his love is by being obedient to him. And what's really cool is the verse right after that. Jesus says, it's just like how I remain in God's love by being obedient to him. He gives his own example of how he has to be obedient to God. So he is not like unknown. He knows what obedience is. He experiences obedience. He has to be obedient to God to remain in his love. I think that's cool. It's such like a human thing to say to somebody else. And then right after that, he says, I tell you this so that you can have my joy. And then that joy can be complete in you. And what I want to say about this is, I've read a lot of the Bible. To me, this really speaks a lot about what the true key to joy is. It's as simple as all that. He just says, do these things and you'll have joy, and your joy will be complete. And it's not hard. It's not rocket science, just as humans who make everything complicated. But it really is that simple. He just says, obey me so that you can remain in my love, so that your joy can be complete. And he goes in that order. And then right after that, the third thing I want to say is, he just says his command one more time. He says, love one another as I have loved you. And I think it's so important how much love and joy is spoken about right here. And I just want you guys to feel encouraged that it's still possible to feel these things during this time. But I love you guys and I miss you. Thanks.